guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do another political chit chat. This is one that has been requested. So today I will be talking about the 2016 woman presidential nominee for the GOP, and that is none other than Carley Fiorina. So to start off with Carley, I'm going to be honest. Before she obviously popped up at CPAC this year, many of you saw her speak and people were excited. I really didn't know much about her. Honestly, when, she announced that she was running, I was just kind of like, oh, really? Like, where did you come from? So I did a little research and I actually heard her on the Glenn Beck program. They've done two interviews with her. The interview with Glenn Beck was kind of like my first actual really like hearing her speak and seeing what she thinks about certain issues, and I was kind of concerned. I wasn't a huge fan when the interview was all said and done. When Glenn had her on, he did ask some really important questions, like, how she felt about the NSA, how she felt about trade and immigration, which those right now are pretty big topics. The immigration, she did support the DREAM Act, and when Glenn had asked her, she kind of just was like, well, I did support it, but. So I kind of felt like she was just giving him the answer that he wanted to hear, which obviously those who are familiar with politics and politicians, that's kind of what they do. They try to wiggle themselves around certain things that they voted on or have supported in the past. So I was not extremely excited. She does say that she believes in borders, and that she thinks that we do need borders on, each side of the U.S., meaning the Mexican and the Canadian. So that is something that did stick out to me. Obviously, that's a pro. And she did talk about how a lot of heroin is coming across the Canadian border and kind of affecting those states, which I understand. I work in the medical field, but I think that there are bigger issues, obviously, like terrorism and the thousands of immigrants that are passing through the borders unaccounted for. So a little wary as to where she stands on some of that. But she did answer the question, and so I'll just have to continue to watch what she thinks and what she says as this kind of journey plays out. Glenn also asked her about trade, which she is for obviously free trade, but she also is for fair trade, and she kind of brought up the whole situation that, we have with China, and China has obviously not held up some of their deal when it comes to trading. So, she is a businesswoman. Obviously, we know that she's the former CEO of HP, and that obviously is really huge, although I'm not quite sure what all went down there. I do know that she was asked to leave. She did run for senator in California, but she was beat by a Democrat. I have, through reading and hearing certain things, that the people of California are not excited about her, and so that'll be interesting to see. I'm not sure she's going to be a great candidate. I think she has some good points. I'm a little worried that she's not as conservative as I would want. I think that she is going to sway. I don't think that she's going to have a firm hand. I think when it comes to business, she'll do great, but when it comes to other things, I think that she'll sway. Just like, she voted for the DREAM Act, but she says she voted for it only after she knew this, this, and this. But, it's kind of at the point where, a bill goes, and what do we really know of the bill? Have you read it? Have you researched it? And so that kind of tells me what kind of person she is. She's not getting into certain issues and certain things. So I know that obviously a big one of hers that's on YouTube is what she said regarding Hillary Clinton's many miles traveled. If you have not seen that, I will post a link to that little video clip that she had kind of bashing Hillary Clinton. So it'll be neat to see these two women obviously run. I know Hillary Clinton seems to not be doing so well. And that's the other thing Fiorina talked about. She did say, Hillary didn't get much done, and Fiorina does understand the importance of Benghazi and what happened there. An overall view right now, if I had to give her a grade between like an A+ and an F, she's like at a C, I guess. She's just not one of my favorites. There are a lot of other people ahead of her for me personally. So, but I will continue to read up and watch about her and hopefully hear more interviews with her and give you guys an update on, you know, how I think she's coming and what I think her future looks like. So I hope you guys enjoyed this political chit chat. I am looking forward to my next one, which I, you know, have been poking around kind of decide what I wanted to talk about. So I will see you guys hopefully within the next week with my next political chit chat.